In the amazing world of object shows tend to revolve around being game show-like. Ever since Carrie and Michael were consumed by Total Drama Island and made the beautiful masterpiece that BFDI is, through popular demand, more object shows came out of that, such as Inanimate Insanity and Total Fruit Island? Yeah, I'm gonna leave that up for the lost media finders to find. As the object show community grew into popularity, joke shows started to spring off in the OSE as a way to provide parody. In 2016, reportedly, Object Show 87 will be the first joke show to release, created by Plainsville and Janie Lee. And after that, many more came. However, in 2020, object show creator known as Fusion Animations released a creative joke show concept with his brand new show, The Daily Object Show. A show which, as the name suggests, releases a new episode each day. To this day, I still wonder how he was able to make episodes so fast. And it was a hit. Given the show was high quality and funny, at least for its time, meeting joke show standards, it was possibly one of the most revolutionary object shows in all of OSE history. Not only for its peakness, but also for starting an entire new genre of object shows. Because shortly after Fusion saw the success of TDOs, he decided to release 3 more seasons in the same year, which only made the show grow more in popularity. And when something grows in popularity, more people will make their own versions of it. Cause that's what the entire community is built on. Because at the end of the day, every object show is essentially a spin-off of BFDI. Although TDOs wasn't exactly daily on its later seasons, it absolutely makes up for it with its peakness. Shortly, other creators followed with their own versions of TDOs, most notably like 5SOS and the Minutely Object Show. Now, 5SOS, as you all probably know, is a spin-off of Battle for Grandma, another joke show. Given it's, well, hosted by Grandma. 5SOS, created by Zachary, as the name suggests, releases an episode every 5 seconds per season, which does mean that at any moment, you could be chilling normally until Zachary out of nowhere drops an atomic bomb at you. This could also theoretically happen as well with the Minutely Object Show created by Huiwinistan, although Huiwinistan actually announces the seasons though. However, there's actually a difference between these two and TDOs, because since 5SOS and TMOs both happen under short time frame that it's basically impossible to host votings unlike the traditional object show, TDOs did host voting, and I guess Fusion locked in to try and keep the episodes frequent and also accurate, even if you only had 2 hours to vote. The way the others handled it was different. TMOs has its iconic gag of
"Voting ends now,"
and then come up with an absurd amount the following episode, while 5SOS simply had no voting at all. And 5SOS sort of broke the whole 5-second lead thing as well with its spin-off show, Beans Show. But just like TDOs though, it totally makes up for it with its peakness. Other popular timely object shows include the Hourly Object Show, created by Snowy Packle, with Skull in it for whatever reason. The Hourly Object Show usually has episodes that last around a minute, and with its frequency, you'd think there wouldn't be real voting, but there supposedly is, giving you 5 minutes to vote. So unlike other object shows where you have to ponder who you have to vote for an eternity, this show basically forces you to vote under pressure without thinking twice, cause otherwise your vote is late and the episode is already being produced. But it's a joke show, so it doesn't even matter. The funny ones win anyway.
Mario Judo wins the Hourly Object Show. What? How? You closed your eyes while you were preparing to launch yourself. What the f—
However, such a limiting amount of time did leave the side effect of there being little votes. At least with TDOs, it gave you 2 hours to vote, managing to get more traffic before the deadline. And it also became more popular, so therefore that means more votes. Another popular timely show sits right in the middle of frequency between TMOs and THOs, and that's the 15-minute object show. Now, TFMOs is unique here, because for most of the seasons, it was hosted on Twitter, or X, or whatever, I don't care. Episodes are mostly improvised, which is especially notable in Season 2, which sounds like a Discord call.
Object show. It's time for the... Hush!
Votes are handled interestingly as well, because there is actual voting, which is the first to reply to the video through Twitter. The moment that happens is when I suppose the whole episode production starts. TFMOs was created by Whoopdoo, and she recently tied back the show to her main show, Battle for Palace Objects Reloaded. Oh yeah, Season 4 was the most object show-like out of all its seasons, as Season 4 had fully fleshed out episodes on YouTube, and sorta got rid of the whole 15-minute lead thing.
Hey, we need to speed things up! We've been taking too long with these episodes! Longer than 15 minutes!
Wait, that title actually means something?
I mean, it was supposed to, but I guess we just suck.
But it doesn't matter because the whole show is peak as well. You've used that peak excuse 3 times now. Are these timely shows or not? Ack! Listen here, you little furry freak. You are going to stay out of my goddamn video until it's your turn to do a video. Got that? Put him down. He's dead. Great job. Well, maybe if he wasn't being so nosy, this wouldn't have happened. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, oh my god, bro, this was so corny. This was corny as hell. Although some of these object shows are speedy and quick, there are many variations of yearly object shows instead. And the reason is that these object shows are object shows that take place on a specific day of the year, such as holidays. Popular examples include the Christmasly Object Show every Christmas Day by Yellow Angiru, the Solar Eclipsely Object Show, where there's actually 2 that came out on the same day, so that's a fun crisis, the Halloween Object Show by Mew, which is nowhere to be seen. And those are just a few examples of other types of timely object shows. Although it is important to notice, timely object shows don't have to be joke shows. They may have stemmed off joke shows, but you're fully capable of making a serious timely show. Take T.D. Oz, the literal creator of the genre. It started off as a joke show, but ultimately evolved to become a great action show. Also, spoiler warning, but that final scene literally made me tear up. I don't think a joke show is supposed to do that.
I find it very strange how the entirety of this series and our existence is based on the parodying of object shows and how they're always in a formula in which it gets tired over a long period of time. And while it definitely isn't a bad thing, it's definitely something that wears over time and is something that is very prominent in a lot of these object shows. Not only that, it's also the stereotypes of the characters that are shown, because all of the stereotypes are very, very lackluster and do not have much of a character, and our existence is based on that stereotype of not having much of a character, and because none of us have any character, it's shown that it's because we don't have the character development that it used to have, and it's only meant for the laughs, LOL. But because of this, we can no longer exist in the fact that we are stereotypes and just a form of entertainment that is no longer meant to be deep and very, very thought-provoking like many of the object shows that are shown today. But hey, that's just my opinion. Why are chocolate chips called chocolate chips if they look like tiny Hershey Kisses?
Hey guys, welcome to the one episode Lee Object Show. I am your host Gribbly, and today Cockroach wins the show.
What? How is this fair? This show is rigged. This show is so rigged.